Techland. Ice flames.
She did not run me downstairs 50 times.
Okay, I'm in the middle of a recording here. Can we not do this right now?
10 times.
Okay, Saturday evening, time to record. Okay, Violet, turn that light on by my bed. You know the rule. You know the drill, kid. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. What's all this chaos? The kids are home. We're gonna pick up where we left off. I'm the best daddy in the world. Thank you, Violet. We're gonna pick up where I left off on our farm. It should be in Montana. This is looking like a Japanese picture, but okay. It's making me a little concerned. No, there we go. Montana free farming. A lot of updates have happened since last time we played. First of all, my controllers are all still plugged in, and yet my Steam controller is working. So they've fixed some of those issues that we were having. Also, you're supposed to be able to now hit the F6 key, and supposedly that will allow you to switch controllers. So for you PC users that are having control issues, now you should be able to hit F6 and flip-flop between your controllers. If that's the case, I'm going to see if my Xbox, my PlayStation steering wheel will work, because boy, it'd be nice to be able to use the G29. It would make me super happy. So if I pressed F6, keyboard and mouse. What would make you super happy, John? No, it's not working. Yeah, well. But my controller's still working, so that's all I care about. And I didn't have to unplug anything. So in the last episode, we did some mowing. We did some collection. I picked up some bales, dumped them over. We're going to pick up the rest of our couple bales that we made. I don't really want the music playing right now. How do I turn that off? F6. Yeah, see, now it's showing. Oh, my gas pedal's working. My brake is working. What? Oh, we got to figure out. I'm going to put my steering wheel up on my desk here while we're talking. Let's do this farming thing. Oh, yeah. Can I steer? Oh, I can steer. Life is good. Also, the other thing that they did, and we need to, hang on, slow time down. How do I do this? We're on 24x, and I need to slow time down because it's getting late. Hurry. Left button, which is what? Let's see. Left button, toggle tablet. Right button, time. Plus or minus. So there's going to be some silly control things I'm trying to figure out. It's not working. That's the map. Okay, so what's up and down? I got to figure out what they're saying. That's not it. Dang it. It's... Okay, that turned the radio off. That's good. How do I time? They're showing up and down, but it's actually making the mini-map zoom. We've double booked. How do we change that? So it's double booking here. That's cool that we can change the mini map though too. That's a neat feature, but I need to be able to figure out how to change time. So left button, right button. Hide menu, toggle controls, F6. C, cycle camera, map, vehicle selection. Oh my god. How do I select the time? I'm using the mouse and keyboard right now, so we can shift back and forth. I love it. I love it. I'm just going to disconnect the Steam controller because I don't even need it. Okay, but we still need to figure out how to slow time down, and they don't... Let's look in the controls and see what we can figure out. Sorry, guys. Controls. I'll figure this out. I'll be back. Okay, so it has to cycle through the controls. I finally got to the... I kept pressing F6, and then I finally got to the one that let me do what I needed to do. Okay, so we're walking around F6, so you keep pressing it till we have keyboard. There we go. So I can walk around with the keyboard and mouse, and then drive around with my Xbox steering wheel, though we do have to cycle the controls. It's a little awkward, but at least we can do it now. So they've definitely fixed that. We are now on 1x time, so it's 11 o'clock in the morning. We should be able to get all of our stuff done today. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up the rest of these bales. But I need to press F6 first to get into driving the tractor mode, which is awesome. Thank you. And pull over here. Wait, is it this way? I don't remember which way it is. Hold on, my desktop audio was too loud in my headset, so I'm going to turn that down a little bit. So if I press left button and the right button together, I can turn my lights on. Boop. Oh yeah, okay, it's working the way it's supposed to. Alright, so now the steering wheel is not calibrated, so I need to, oop, nope. Oh, what the heck? My steering wheel just snapped off the desk. Did you hear that? This wasn't down all the way, I guess. What's up, John?
Did you know we're going to drive all the way all the way from...
I don't like the fact that it's the stop and go braking like Farm Sim, so if you hold the brake down, it just keeps going, and I don't like that. But I can't do anything about it. Okay, there we go. So now we're straight. Sometimes you have to turn the wheel back and forth to calibrate it. This should make life a lot easier. A lot easier. Why is my weight out there? What the heck? So, let's see. The map is R2. I don't know what button R2 is. Hang on. Like R2D2. Oh, cool. The question is, though, where the heck is my stuff? Okay, I see it on the map now. So, if we hold these together, we can zoom the mini-map in and out. So that's pretty cool. So now you can see a little further on the mini-map. And we're going to go ahead down here. And grab these last 2 bales. We should have plenty of food for the cows now. We need straw, though, to mix it. So, let's go ahead and see what the controls are. For this, it's going to be move the gripper down, X, and, oh, so much better. So we could have picked up all these bales in one grab. Somebody was laughing because they're like, you can pick up 8 bales, and I only picked up 6 and thought I was full, but this can actually hold 8, which is correct. So we'll go back to the farm. I'm going to pick up the other ones. We're going to put them all together and stack them neatly today. So once again, this is a learning experience for me. For those of you that are impatient, I am sorry. I definitely have run into a couple people that are like, you're taking too long getting there. Like, you know what? You make your own videos then. But seriously, it takes a little while to learn a game. It's not like I just, oh yeah, I've known so much about it, because this is really, you know, until Monday of last week, they didn't really give us much. So now we've actually been able to get in and see how the game functions. My recommendation again is to get the. No, can I turn my view around? Yeah, okay, that's how you use the control buttons. My recommendation is to get this simple pickup trailer, because the loading mechanics are a little bit goofy with the front loaders. Though now that I'm on this setup, it might be a little bit easier, but it's just not. You know, mouse and keyboard might be the best way to use a front end loader. I don't know. But the physics are not as good as Farm Sim as far as loading. And loading was not even great in Farm Sim, but these are worse. So, once again, I think that Farm Expert's the only other game that's really kind of gotten around that issue, and they do a really good job with it. Sorry. Once again, stop and go braking. I wish you could turn that off. Maybe you can. I'll have to poke through the menu. Pick that up. We got one more to get. So we're going to do some planting and plowing today and get that straw growing. And we actually have a 24-hour clock now, so I'm not going to run out of time in 5 minutes like I have been. So, all right, so now we're going to do this. It's this one. Move gripper up. X. Now, unlike Farm Sim, the bales do not stick onto the trailer. They just fall off. So when it's up, it's up. So be careful. Like, put them where you want them and make sure they're in the exact spot, because you can't move back and forth once you get there. All right, so let's cycle the camera around here. Once again, it's going to be a little bit of a learning experience for me, so be patient. Nice driving, already. And back this up. There we go. And so let's go ahead and dump these right here. And that's going to be holding the right button and pressing the move up button. These will dump out. Boop. And that's it. Oh, they do want to fall out, so you got to make sure you're on really flat ground. And then we'll put this down, and we'll go wash all this stuff up and put it away. No, I wish I could mouse look, but they don't let you do that, so. Once again, wheezy controls. I'm not sure what they're... Wait, is that grass that we can mow? No, it's the cow field, okay. So I'm trying to see a little bit further ahead so I can see where the... Cycle camera, if I do this and that, is that camera? Okay, cool. Look at that. And the cameras are reversed. I have to press left to look right and right to look left. That's not good. So let's see if we can fix that real quick here. This is, you guys get to have a little ride along. No, the keyboard doesn't work. So, what button brings up the start menu? That one. Okay. And we're going to say, well, first let's save our game. Save. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Save. X for save. Oh, no, that did it. Okay. Boop. Back. Okay, cool. So this is like using a PlayStation controller. That's pretty cool. Options. Let's take a look at the controls. Controls, camera control, choose vehicle. Okay. Is there a way to reverse? Dead zone of camera. Camera mouse sensitivity. Dead zone invert look. Let's try that. Yes. Apply. Apply. Cool. So this game is starting to come together. It did not do anything. Stuff like that. Just maybe I didn't apply it. Let's try one more time. Sorry. Options. Yeah. Advanced controls. Video. No. No, it did. It kept it. So just put it on no because obviously it doesn't do anything. Thanks for flushing the toilet, John. Apply. Okay. So go ahead and put this trailer away, wash up the tractor. And where's the... Gotta find the facility. The maintenance facility, I think, is to my right. I just drove past it. Up and down are reversed too. Everything's reversed in the tractor. That's really stupid. Fix that, please. Yes, John.
Never scratch a mosquito bite. You know why?
Why?
Because it makes it even more itchy.
It makes it more itchy, mosquito bites, if you scratch them more?
Yeah. So if you
Okay,
scratch-
so they've pretty much horked the in the cab view, so I'm gonna walk. Let's see if I should be able to walk around now. Yep. I don't know, because they like blood. They need it for their eggs. It's pretty gross and disturbing. Let's see, F, turn on the washer. So not like Farm Sim, I'm using my mouse and keyboard to walk around, which I like, except for the fact that I have to press F6 kind of sucks. But I love the way they tell you it's been cleaned. Clean this up. Yes, Evelyn. Yeah. Why don't you take Goosey with you? Oops. I guess I walked too fast or too far. I wanted to get out here so I could actually... There we go. Now I'm getting it. Blue bink. All right. And we'll hop back in the tractor. And press E to enter the vehicle. And off we go. F6. So, a little bit hokey, but at least you can do it now. That makes me a lot happier. If they want to take you, John, that might be a hard sell, though. I don't think they're going to want to. Now, when you're outside, the camera is right. It's really weird. They'll fix that in the patch. The good news is they've been sticking with it and making it better and better as they go. So, from what I understood, the developer did not want to. The developer didn't want to release it yet, but the company, like the publisher, kind of forced them to release it. So that sucks, but that's where they are. So here we go. Oops. Damage. They've also made it so that the fuel doesn't get burned up so quickly. So remember how I was running out of gas yesterday so fast? Supposedly now they're not doing that anymore. So let's go ahead and disconnect this device from the rear and get out and do some plowing. Much better with the steering wheel, I'll tell you that. So much better. I mean, not super far. I'm
Wait, like,
no, because it's gonna get dark. I don't want you. If you're gonna walk on the sidewalks, please. It's too dark for you to be doing that. Like around the neighborhood, it's fine. You can go for a walk around the block. Let's see, both buttons, and we're gonna do turn lights on. It's a pretty gray day out. What's that, John? Unfold. What's that called, John?
That's called not even
What?
not
Not a lot? Not a walk? What are you talking about, John? Let's see. How do I... Oop, wrong button. How do I zoom in and out? That's one thing I haven't figured out yet. Do I maybe do this? Let's see. Yep, okay, so you hold the clutch down to make it zoom in and out, because I got a clutch pedal, so... You were trying to get the camera just right. It's not working. There we go. And hold the clutch down to zoom out. And the clutch pedal to open it. Okay.
Tell me for me.
Oh yeah, John.
Tell me.
He's playing Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild. There we go. I like this much better using the controller instead of the Steam controller. And there we go. So we're starting to plow. I'll let you guys stick with me for a little bit, and then I will switch off and I'll continue. I'll finish both fields plowing, because obviously you're not going to want me to watch. You're not going to want to watch me plow the whole thing. So I'll plow with this tractor and I'll cultivate with the McCormick. I'm going to raise this. I'm going to get turning here. And we need to rotate it. So how do I do that? Let's see. No, I don't want to fold. Oh, you got to. That's right. You do have to fold it. You got to fold it, and then rotate it. It's a good thing I can't see through this tree. And then we're going to unfold it again. Back up. Oh God. No, stop. Okay, I'm so used to being like one pedal being brake and the other pedal being gas. And we're going to go ahead and lower this. Perfect. All right, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and finish plowing this field and the other one, and I'll catch up to you once I'm done. It's going to take a little while, so I'll see you when I'm finished. Irony of ironies. I really don't like using it with the steering wheel because the controls just aren't good enough. They just feel weird. And the fact that you have to like hold the bumper on the steering wheel to get your command, so it takes forever to get the plow turned around because you have to stop and like hold the steering wheel down. It's really awkward. And then the controls like you can't turn the camera because you're steering, so it's like you have to like hold your hand on the steering wheel. I don't know. Maybe I'm being picky, but I feel like this game is just not. The controls are just cattywampus, as my friend Dave used to say. They're just not right, and unfortunately, that is, I think, for a lot of people, killing it, and for me too. It makes me not like this game because I like everything else about the game. But I don't. This is the one thing. It's really bad. How do I turn the lights on? F2. Okay. So I'm trying to learn the mouse and keyboard controls, and it's sad when that's easier to do. And now I can't get my Steam controller working either. It won't detect it again. So I don't know. At least it detects the steering wheel, and the steering wheel works, but it won't detect my Steam controller. And I've kind of given up. So we'll play it with mouse and keyboard. If you have a Steam controller, you're fine, and you don't have a steering wheel, you know what I mean? So you can just play it with the Steam controller. It's no big deal. But for me, because I have both, everything's all screwed up. So anyway, this game seems to work best with mouse and keyboard and controller. But that's a frustrating, having to just give up and, I guess give in. So anyway, I'll keep plowing. I'll see you guys when I'm done. Another thing, and this is probably pickiness, but one of the things they really should have done, and Farm Sim does it. I'm not saying everybody should be like Farm Sim, but yeah, it's really cool that you have to like fold and rotate the device, but it's a pain in the butt when you're trying to drive the tractor and do all that stuff. In real life, you drive with your left hand and you'd press the buttons to rotate with your right hand, but it's like I can't. That's not how they have this laid out, so it's like I have to like stop and unfold and then refold and park and then run. It's not smooth. one thing that the farm sim does is you just press a button and it automatically, you know, folds and flips the plow, and that makes life so much easier. And they should have just thought of, I mean, for gameplay purposes, I think they should have just done that, or maybe given you an option like, do I want like advanced controls, or do I want like, you know, dumbed down controls? Because this is a pain. Like you see here, I like have to stop and take my fingers off the keys to rotate it. So by the time I get turned around, it's like I'm still, by the time I get ready to go, I have to like stop and wait. It's really hard to get that smoothness going. Farm Expert did that a little bit too, because you'd have to like shift gears and stuff. Like you couldn't just turn around. You have to actually stop, put it in reverse, and back up. But there comes a point like this where when you get close enough to the other side of the field, you can start doing laps, and then it's not a big deal. But when you're first starting the field and you have to go back and forth, it's just tedious. And I'm sad to say that, because I really was hoping this game would be great, and you know, like I said, it's not horrible, but there are things about it that are just like, man, you guys really should have thought about this before you left it like that, you know. And they may still change that, but like I said, the steering wheel control is awkward. It seems best with the Steam controller, but now I can't get my controller to work, so now I'm going to have to, without disconnecting my steering wheel and all that stuff, and restarting the game. Sorry, I'll stop complaining about it. But I also didn't like the way it handled with even with the Steam controller, it's too touchy, so it's just, I don't know. Anyway, I'll keep plowing. See you in a bit. All right, we've got that field done. We're going to switch over to the McCormick. I will say, I'm not, aside from being a little bit uncomfortable, I'm not super minding using the keyboard and mouse. It's actually pretty fluid. I don't know if this will, is that Z? No. But it's not too bad. So, and I like the fact that I don't have to keep hitting shift buttons to get to the different controls. Like everything's just there. So that might be one positive about doing the. Let's see, what other field do we own? Where's the other field that we own? Do we only own one? Oh, 39. So it's that way. So where's my McCormick? There it is. Actually, I'm just going to park this here then. We'll put the plow right here. Detach. John! I don't know, John, but I love you. Which boss was the hardest boss? I don't know. None of them. The Linnell for sure. Yeah. There's a little skip there. The Linnell. I don't think any of the bosses were that hard. I haven't beat Ganon yet. I haven't even fought Ganon yet though, so I don't know about Ganon, but get this near here so we can.
No, you know there's a volcano and the divine beast.
I didn't think that divine beast was that hard to beat, John, honestly. Oh look, the lights stay on now. That's cool. We still don't turn the tractor on and off, but at least the lights come on and off. That's pretty cool. So once again, playing with the mouse and keyboard, you don't have to use all the shift buttons, and I kind of like that because I can just easily, you know. Oh, but how do we get? Is it tab? Yeah, makes sense. That's one thing they did right. So we're gonna enter this. There we go. So the McCormick's coming back, and by mistake I did have my time at like 24x again. So as you can see, it's advanced into the afternoon. Though it's only 2:30 in the afternoon, it's looking like nighttime. So I think we've got some weather rolling in here because, yeah, there's definitely clouds overcast. Where did I put it away? Oh, I must have put it away. We're going to put this baling trailer away. I have not upgraded my Master Sword yet. He said Master Sword. The Master Sword? You haven't upgraded to? Well, you have to go through that whole big mission that's like 4 hours long, and I'm not willing to do that. So we'll do some plowing with this tractor so you can see the McCormick in action. The McCormick is 222 horsepower, so it's almost, or 212.
Please don't.
So it's almost 100 horsepower more than the Lindner.
You don't want to do it?
Why don't I want to do it, John?
Guess what?
What?
The final one is only metal weapons.
Only metal weapons?
Yes, and there's a lightning storm.
And there's a lightning storm. Oh, so you get zapped while you're trying to beat whatever?
I don't know.
Well, that's not very fun. That sounds like a chore. Man, this thing keeps chopping, too. That's the other... Now, I turned off depth perception. I really don't like field of depth or whatever they call that. Like where it makes things look like they're far away. I don't really like that, so I turned it off. Because I'm goofy. Because I'm shiny. Sorry, I was obviously watching... What'd you say, sweetheart? Three hearts. The cows are getting bigger. That's good. We're on day 4. This is our field here. So the land, see how the Landini does, plowing. We're gonna drop this. Keep it nice and straight. Nice and straight. Ah, missed some. You have to go in a row. And they both plow at 8 miles an hour, so it's no big difference. This is a much, longer field. I don't know if this field's any larger, but this one's a little bit easier to manage because it's long, so you just go straight. There's some grass over there that we can mow. One of the things that I found out, I don't know if you guys were, you probably saw it already. The grass only grows, you can't grow grass, so you actually have to go mow places that have open grass. But it seems like the grass grows really fast, like overnight, so it's not a huge problem because there's still plenty of grass for you to feed your cows, at least at this level. I don't know. Probably the max cows you can have is like 20 or 30, so I don't think it's going to be a huge deal. But anyway, working the tractor without rotating the plow makes life a lot easier. However, when you have fields that are wider or like they're just as wide as long, you will probably have to do some plow rotation to get halfway across the field. But this field's nice and long, so we can just rotate the plow, or not bother rotating the plow and just run circles. I suppose you could just run it without ever rotating it and go back and forth, but that's not realistic. They really do rotate them because you'll end up with some really huge hilling going on if you don't, and then you'll screw up your field forever. You have to get a big tractor and undo everything you did. Kyle was telling me one time he had a neighbor do that, and it took them like a week to get it undone. They had to get a much larger tractor and come back and replow everything, so that was all going the same direction. So it's pretty important that you, like even for this, like right now we're hilling stuff to the outside of the field. So in reality, like if this was real life, you'd actually want to start plowing down the middle of the field next time and push the stuff to the outside, because right now we're push stuff to the middle, because right now we're pushing stuff to the outside. So every other time you do the dirt, you want to row it one way or the other. You don't want to continually do the same pattern. So now if you're flipping the plow, one time you'd run it to east or west or north or south, and the next time you'd run it the opposite direction. So, but farmers do pay attention and mark which way they've plowed. Unfortunately, in this game, you do really have to plow every time if you want a full yield. So that's a little bit goofy. One thing I did do that was stupid was I didn't plan for fertilization, so I don't think I have, unless the manure trailer can do just regular liquid fertilizer. We'll have to try that because maybe it'll spread regular liquid fertilizer too, but I don't think I have anything for that, so we'll have to see. We can irrigate the field though because I have water trailers, but I might have to use manure. I don't know if I can use liquid, so we'll see what else I have, but we may not be able to fertilize, which would suck. I might have to I'd have to take a loan out, more of a loan. I have to pay $900 a day right now. We need to get some income coming in here very quickly. I think the crops grow in 2 or 3 days, if I'm not mistaken, so that'll do it. But anyway, so you've seen some plowing with the McCormick. I'm going to go ahead and get this field finished up. I'll catch up with you guys, and we'll do some cultivation together. I'll cultivate first with the Landini and then McCormick. I'm trying to... I pressed the wrong button. I'm sorry about that. I'm trying to bounce the hours between the tractors. So, I put time on one tractor and then put time on the other tractor. So we work one field with one tractor and the other field with the other tractor. And the reason being is because you actually do have to repair and maintain your tractors. So the more they get used, the more the repair bill. So I'm just trying to spread out that, wear and tear between the two tractors. I'll run the Landini on, I'll run the, since I plowed the other field with the, not the Landini, this is the McCormick. since I plowed the other field with the Lindner, I'm going to cultivate this field with the Lindner, and vice versa. We're going to flip this tractor over to the other field when it comes time to cultivate. So that way they're getting shared work because they both have enough power to do it. So anyway, all right, guys, I will catch you in a little bit, and when I'm done plowing here, and we'll do some cultivating. See you in a little bit. Oh, and by the way, I'm thinking of things as I'm having quiet time. This tractor, if you recognize, okay, so those of you that watched my Farm Expert series, and once again, I would strongly recommend that you guys watch at least the year series, like where I actually have like year 1, year 2, year 3. It's kind of an interesting game. Like I said, it's whoops, that's not what I want to do. Unfold it.
Do you want to play the Kobe demo after you record?
No, I'm going to be recording all night, honey,
Tonight.
because I'm way behind on recordings. Hang on, what did I just do? I screwed something up. I want to unfold it. I have to no, it's folded. I need to unfold it. Where's the unfold button? There we go. For those of you that watched my Farm Expert series, you should recognize this tractor. This is the same tractor that's in Farm Expert. The only difference was when Farm Expert came out, McCormick's main color was red. So this tractor was actually, I had this tractor on my farm, and it was red. And then I also had the older McCormick tractor, which was also red. And then the Landini uses this exact same. In fact, if we go into the shop, let's take a look real quick here. Since we no longer are being pressured by, I need to find the button. There we go. Tab. How do I escape this? Escape. There we go. Vehicle store. And we look at the tractors. They probably have a Landini version of this. Yep, there it is right there. Nope, that's the 115. There we go. So you can either buy the McCormick or the Landini. They're the exact same tractor. And so in Farm Expert, it was the same thing. You could buy the red McCormick or the blue Landini. And I chose the red McCormick simply because I had done an earlier series with the blue Landini, but they're the same tractor. Now, I think they had less horsepower in Farm Expert. I think I remember right, they were like 185 or something like that. But they were good tractors. But this, I love the look of this tractor. It's actually a pretty cool tractor. And it's funny seeing the interior because it's like coming home. I mean, this is like, it's Farm Expert right, right down to the core. All right, so anyway, I'm done chatting. See you in a minute. One thing I'm noticing when I'm on the field, and you guys will see this too when I pull back around, there's a new category. We're going to have to take out a loan. We've got a fertilization category, and we have a spraying category. So we're not only going to have to fertilize, we're also going to have to spray. I think before it was like just one or the other, but maybe I'm wrong. Once again, I've been played so many iterations of this game over the last couple months that, you know, the final version might be the same. I don't remember. And plus, I'm also playing Cattle and Crops and Farm Sim, and I'm kind of getting them muddled. But we have a spraying and a fertilization, so I think we're going to have to spray the crops for bugs or for insects. So anyway, yeah. So I need to get a fertilizer, and I need to get, or unless the cows are producing enough, but I doubt it. I doubt we have any manure at all. But we'll see. I'll take a look at that once we're done, you know, setting the fields up for, like right now we should, after we do this, we should manure it. We probably actually should have done it before we plowed it, but we'll throw some manure down here after we're done plowing and see if we can't get that fertilization taken care of. Irrigation's easy. Spraying, though, I'm going to have to buy a sprayer. So I think that would be that April cast or whatever. We're going to have to take a, man, maybe we're going to have to just skip it for this crop because I feel like, I mean, we need to get some income. I think we just got into the cows too fast, and I bit off more than I can chew. Like, we probably shouldn't have bought this McCormick. I could always sell the pickup truck. I don't think it's going to be worth that much, though. To buy equipment. I might have already sold it. I don't remember. But I have a tipper and a pickup truck I could sell. That little tipper. Maybe get in enough money to get the fertilization equipment in so that we don't have... Dang it. I'm such a mook. Alright, I'll see you guys in a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I'm cultivating. I think that the 11-mile-an-hour cultivation speed might be a little bit unrealistic. And once again, by mistake, I turned my timer back on again, so I'm at... Now it's 3:08, even though I was like done at like 2:30. Spent half an hour before I realized that, oops, I'm on fast time forward. So, Brian, let me know when you're ready to go to the store and I'll get you a list, all right? But please don't make it much longer, because... Jerk. Thank you for that, Ryan. I appreciate it. So I'm kind of just... Oh, and I forgot, you can use cruise control too. You know, honestly, now that I'm using the mouse and keyboard to control it and do all the different stuff, I actually don't mind it too much. I'm not super disappointed with the controls with the mouse and keyboard. Seems to be the best setup, actually, out of all of them. And that was true of Farm Expert, too, and Farmer's Dynasty. Everything just seems to work better with the mouse and keyboard. Though Farmer's Dynasty actually is doing well with the controller. I meant Farm Expert, I'm sorry. Farm Expert worked better with the keyboard than any other control setup. And this game seems to be the same way. So a little bit awkward, but I can handle that. So anyway, we got the Linder Geotrack going. I have been cultivating for a little bit, and we're about 50% done with this field. Got the other one to do. Once again, we'll switch over to McCormick for the smaller field, and that'll just fly. But I'm trying to keep it a little bit more realistic on the speeds, maybe 6 or 7 miles an hour for cultivation, which to me, even that seems a little bit high. I've seen tractors cultivating pretty quickly, though, in real life, so I don't know. I'm not a farmer. You tell me. All right, so let's put this guy down here. And we'll get that going. All right, so once in a while I run into those stutters. I don't know if you saw the camera jump there, but that was a little awkward. All right, guys, I'll catch up when I'm done with this. We'll do the McCormick a little bit, too. You can see that operating. But this is pretty smooth sailing. Same thing that we've done in Farm Sim. You know, I don't mind the ground textures. I think they're a little bit more 3D looking than the Farm Sim. They're definitely still flat textures, but I think the ridges actually look like they might be three-dimensional, actually. It looks like the ridges are actually three-dimensional. Doesn't mean that the game responds any different, but it is three-dimensional. So, and also somebody else pointed out in the stream, they really like the way that the tractor brakes aren't running on air brakes, since 99% of all tractors, whoops, I pressed the wrong button. 99% of all tractors don't use air brake systems, or they use hydraulics, you know, so everything is using hydraulic systems. You don't hear air brakes going tss, pff. So anyway, good on us. I'll see you when I'm done. All right, so time for a no BS assessment. There's probably BS in here, but I'll try to make it as un-BS'd as possible. So far I like the game. I don't love the game. I like it. It is growing on me as I play it. Parts of it I really like, parts of it I don't. I think that my biggest issue, and this is something that a lot of people have mentioned, the control scheme. Now, they're fixing a lot of this stuff, so I would imagine hopefully within a couple weeks we will actually have a better control feel. One thing that this game just does not do well is it doesn't have a good feel anywhere. Like, Farm Sim just feels tight. Even with a mouse and keyboard, it's playable. Sometimes it's not super enjoyable, but it is, you know, it's doable. This game still feels a little bit too jumpy for me. I feel like the controls are just like the tractor slams to a stop. It slams into gear. It's really hard to get it to stay at like an even speed, and that takes away from that feel of realism. The graphics are actually really good. Some parts are better than Farm Sim. Other things aren't as good. They did change the field of view a little bit, and I've left it on default. I don't really care. I do like the way the cultivator looks. Just something about the way, and we'll roll it one more time here so you can look closely. Those rear wheels on the cultivator, not the wheels, but like the pinwheels or whatever you call those. Oh my gosh, I should know what that's called. The auger. It's not an auger. Those are. They actually look pretty good. Like, see that action going on there? I like the way they turn. They go into the dirt. They really dig in. I'm not so crazy about the little balls of dirt popping around behind the cultivator, but that happens in Farm Sim too. There's a decent amount of dust, though. There could be more coming off the back. Usually there's clouds of dust that come up when you cultivate. I've watched people do it in real life, and I think Farm Simulator has them there a little bit. But it's a pretty decent looking game. And it's a pretty decent playing game. Just some of that feel is not there. That definitely has like a little bit of an unpolished feel, and that hopefully will come with time and with the advancement of this. If they do well with the advancement of this this company and its involvement in Farm Sim games, you know, if they have like a 2019 version or 2020 version, I think we'll see improvements in those things. Look at the cows. The cows look great. They are kind of sliding on each other though, just like Farm Sim. Like one's walking and the other one just being like slipping, not moving. But I think this game does do some things better than Farm Sim. And like I said, the keyboard controls, I don't mind it. Once I started getting used to the keyboard controls, I actually don't mind it too much. Let's clean this up. And actually, I don't really need to clean the cultivator, but the tractor we're done with for this step. So you know me, Mr. Clean. Got to wash everything. Now, once we're done with this cycle, we probably should maintain the tractors. I don't know. I'm not sure what their status is. We haven't used them that much. I can't imagine they're that bad, but here, we're not getting this one, so let's see if we can get out here. And you kind of have to really be like, there we go, that's starting to get it. You have to be kind of directly on the side to it. All right, let's get in. Oh, gotta turn that off and hop in. And we're just gonna dump this right here. I like the way it lowers first before it disconnects. That's pretty cool. The lighting effects with the headlights are really beautiful. It does look really good. Let's go ahead and turn the lights off and turn the tractor off. And we'll hop into the lantern. You know me with the lights. I'm always driving with my lights on. Oops. For some reason I can't. There we go. Zoom back. Oh, because the building was there. All right. Whoops. Nope. No good. Come on, Artie. Straighten out. Now, one thing I was thinking, the fertilization, we might be able to get a stage of fertilization from the... Oops! From our cedar. In real life, the Great Plains cedar actually can fertilize and plant at the same time. So I'm wondering if maybe we can pull our fertilization off that stage. Whoa, this tractor only's got 4 gallons of gas. Okay, we need to look at the map real quick because I don't remember where the gas station is. I think we're heading towards it. Nearest gas station. Is that it? No, it's a silo. There it is. So we need to go straight ahead and get some gas in this tractor. So, answered questions, and I want to recover this again. The grass, you can't grow grass in this game, which kind of, that's a little bit of a sucky thing. But you can mow pretty much anywhere where there's grass. So we just ran this strip and got 6 bales. I can run it again. Looks like the grass grew back already. I can mow it there. I can mow that. You know, we can pretty much mow all along the map, kind of like you did in Farm Sim 15, where you just mow wherever you want. I hope that they add grass seed into the game and make you be able to plant grass, because otherwise we're going to have to fly around with the drone and see if we can find some areas, because it seems like all the areas that have grass have trees, and that's going to be a real pain when you're trying to mow and bale. Did I get lost? I think I might have got lost. Right? No, it's to the right. Okay, we're almost there. Let's hop in the tractor here for a little bit. A little in-tractor McCormick action. There's a little bit of grass right there. We'll fly around with the drone once we're ready to get more. I don't really need any more right now, though we could sell bales to make money. We might need to do that. So, $750 worth of gas. Ooh, that hurts right now. It really hurts. Makes me want to cry. So once we're done planting, maybe that's what we'll do next. We'll go ahead and start just mowing, finding a good spot to mow, and then baling and selling the silage bales. See if we can get money. Though I don't know. You might not be able to. I don't think you can sell silage bales. We'll look and see. I could be totally wrong about that, but I'm thinking now that I remember, I don't think they don't support the sale of silage bales, so we might be out of luck on that. So anyway, so this tractor still burns a decent amount of fuel. All right, we'll get back. I'll catch up with you in a sec.